Okay. Now what are we doing here? What are we doing? I can't believe I'm about to show you guys my fucking feed. Uh, but this is what we're gonna do. We are going to. We got to get project context. We got to give it just some sort of model, and we can expand on this in the future. But we got to give it something to work with here. Okay. So we'll go on LinkedIn. We'll go on Threads. We'll go on X, and we'll copy a couple of different tweets, and yeah, we'll use that as project context to model. Um, but first, I'll say this. Uh, as for project context, what do you think about, like, are you able to access any public X accounts or LinkedIn accounts or Threads accounts to use that as a frame of reference? Now we'll send it. We'll see what all the entire video we did last. This is like the feedback that we get back. Okay. Great. Holy shit. Okay. So this is kind of our thing. This is what we're building here. Two-mode system that can both process individual. Very nice. Okay, so I was wrong. It pretty much said that I will create the context for you. Yeah. And you know what? We can do that. Because as of right now, like, I don't want to make the executive decision to go back and upload that context. I can do that in the future, but right now we have to build an app. Remember, we have to build an app. So the point is, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up on things that you can get distracted with. At the end of the day, how much of what it is that you're doing can be done once the app is actually built? How much can you delegate executive decision making to the LLM? So great, immediate implementation plan. This is cool. This is cool. I gotta be honest with you. Like, it has been about 2.5 months to 3 months before I started a new project or a project. So like, you're just gonna have to work with me. So what do we need to do here? We first off need to make a new project. So first and foremost, we need to make a new project. I like what it is that you got here. It seems like you have a decent idea as to what it is that we're actually doing. Before we make a complete conceptual and technical blueprint, before you do that, don't do that yet. What we want to do is I want to open up a new project. So like the current iteration of FreeWrite, I don't want to touch. Okay. So does that mean I need to fork the code again? Or create a new branch, or what it is? What do we need to do here to start with where we're at on this FreeWrite app, but like do it in a new project? Great. So it's going to keep FreeWrite separate from Social Compiler, which is perfect. This is exactly what I want, you know? Okay, so I'm going to use GitHub and Claude Code. So can you just give me a step-by-step prompt to give to Claude Code to open up maybe a new project and like and get started on building out this infrastructure. Great. So this was going to happen. Look at all this context. So let me explain like this. Opus in this project is the man in the sky with a crystal ball, and you give him all of your context, and he kind of sees the big picture. So then we have where your code lies. Sorry, your code builder in one of your terminals. Your terminal can be here. It can also be in Cursor. Some people like open up Claude Code in here. This is where all your code is. For the time being, this is where I primarily use Claude Code. So let me activate Claude. It connects to my GitHub and my project, and it's basically like this, but in the form of code. It helps you code. Like when I tell you I'm building an app, I'm just managing context. I'm just system prompting the AI to code the right thing. You know how accurate we were with like when I showed you the point of the system prompts at the beginning of this series? The reason that I did that is to just like paint the picture, because as of right now, it's like, yo, your AI can code for you. It can create all the code. It's just how precise do you want to be with the code that it's creating? That is completely dependent on your ability to remain oriented in complex contexts. This is why vibe coding or building an app has everything to do with like, there's a lot of heady shit. There's a lot of ideas here, and there's a lot of technical bullshit. And being able to remain oriented and be like, okay, here's this, here's this, here's this, here's this. Let me ask a question about this, that tax to this, that tax to this, that like helps me get this. Like all of that is kind of necessary. If you don't have bandwidth, then like you're kind of cooked. But I mean, I think that's just generally in life. If you don't have bandwidth, like you're cooked in everything that you do, not just app building. You're cooked in relationships. You're cooked in business. You're cooked in your emotional and self-awareness. Like you're just cooked. So anyways, this is Claude Code. And what I'm going to do here, this is just so fucking sick. I'm going to say, yo, don't change any code, but here's context on what it is that like we're doing right now. And literally I'm going to copy this entire conversation. Give all of this context to Claude Code. And we say, ideally, we make a whole new project to make a whole new app here. So whatever current project we're on, maybe like open up a new project. But first and foremost, just become contextually oriented in the game plan and what it is that we're like looking to do here. And come up with a step-by-step procedure for what we have to do to like kind of get this new app off the ground. That's what we do. And then watch it happen. Look what happens here. Boom. It's perambulating. So now you just let it do its thing. It's going to scan. Like it's going to do what I told it to do. Now, while it's doing that, I'm actually going to like read what it even told me. Project setup request. Damn. It's funny. Okay, let me just make it very clear here. Some of you might be looking at this and thinking, holy shit, what the fuck am I looking at? And I just want to let you know that like I'm like, I'm kind of there. Like, I don't know what any of this means. I mean, like I've been working with code for so long that like just by watching it, just by like, you get used to an environment that you're in. Okay, so import makes sense to me. I don't know what export means though. I don't know really what returns or cons. Like I don't know what any of this code means. But this is where I'm at. I'm like, if I am precise enough with my, if I am one, precise enough with my system prompting, and two, aware enough of what's happening around me when it comes to managing all of the different contexts, And three, if I am proactive about using checks and balances, aka different LLM models, to like check each other, like, yo, this is what this one thinks. What do you think about this? For example, this is a great example. Great. So I gave all of that context to Claude Code, okay? And look, we have a whole ass game plan now. Social compiler, complete build project. What we're building. So anyways, this is the game plan. I'm going to copy and paste everything that Claude Code put out and all of the input that I originally put in. Like a lot of context, right? We're going to get a couple of different perspectives. This is the engineering design project. Sorry, the engineering design process. I'm going to go to cursor here, and there's something called Codex, which is kind of like the, it's like the ChatGPT version of Claude Code. Okay? Oop. Let's move that. Literally going to paste the entire thing. And give it some context. Give me your unbiased perspective, your complete evaluation and analysis of everything here, and what's good, what's bad, and what can be better, what's missing. Make sure you're completely oriented, and yeah. Great. Now do the same checks and balances here. Yeah, this is my friend Casey right now. Hey, what's up, bro? I'm in the middle of like recording me building an app.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, we can talk later. I'm about to find out if I gotta work tonight, but
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just gotta keep on this flow right now.
dude, 100%. Yeah, do your thing.
So okay, peace out. We'll talk later.
Peace.
Cool. So now this gave me. So okay. You might not know what's going on. I do this because sometimes Claude Code makes mistakes. It's like it does a very good job and it's very quickly. It's like very quick, but Codex is a little bit more objective and sometimes it'll be like, "Hey, just so you know, like this is the real shit. This is what you need to know." Especially when it comes to implementing like a plan. So, like look at what I'm doing here. Like my intuition says to do this. This is Opus, the man in the sky. I've just given all of the context here to Claude Code, and I give it all the context of not only that, but what Claude Code replied with. I gave all of that to Codex. And this is the output. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the output of Claude Code here, paste it in here. The output of this, paste it into here. So now it has all of the context and a different perspective from other LLMs that had all of the context also. So you're now doing like checks and balances with the man in the sky with multiple LLMs. So you're refining the precision of the context from different perspectives. So now I'm here, I'm going to say, here's some context. What do you think? Your unbiased perspective. Make sure to ask me any new questions that you have in order to refine the vision and intention of our app so that you have a clear, complete, correct, full picture. Bingo. So, just so that you know, there are a couple of different words that are like trigger words for LLMs. Complete is an example. Sometimes it'll give you feedback and you're like, yo, is this complete? And it's like, no, actually, it's not complete. And so if you want a complete response, make sure to use the word complete. Another word that you can use for coding, the coding LLMs, is investigate. So something's not working. Okay, investigate why this is not working and fix it. Maybe you'll see that in the future, if if I'm documenting my journey of building. But anyways, let's keep it going. Great. This thinks it's excellent. $5 to $10. Okay, for now, just make the mode 2 generate 5 pieces of content. Like, 50 was just an analogy. It was just an example. Monthly budget for API costs. No, we don't need to put a budget for right now. We just need to make an MVP. We need to make an app. Yeah, we should for content quality control, we should have a quality scoring, like an AI rated 1 to 10. Um, so this is the thing. Sometimes with LLMs, they'll be able to build forever and forever and forever and forever. And sometimes you got to like hone them back in and be like, yo, let's not over engineer before we've actually engineered anything. Okay. We're creating an MVP here. We need to like not get caught up on over engineering or making irrelevant or unnecessary executive decisions here. Keep the shit simple, make the shit work. That's pretty much where we're at. Yeah, when it comes to entry selection intelligence, sure. I think if it's useful to have an auto flag entries with sensitive content, yeah, we should probably have that. No need for word count thresholds. I understand that some of those posts that are in the app are kind of like just word vomit. There are some posts that have valuable insights. Not posts, but there's some journal entries that have valuable insights and some that don't. Local versus cloud trade-offs. Oh, platform publishing reality. Yes, platform specific preview. This is a great question. Sometimes they will ask great questions, and this is where discretion comes in. You have to be like, okay, which questions are worth giving my energy to, which questions are not worth giving my energy to. Platform publishing reality is basically asking like, how do we yeah. I don't really know what it's asking. I can't really describe it, but I intuitively understand. For platform publishing reality, since we're manually posting initially, what's the most ergonomic? I would say, yeah, one-click copy with formatting preserved. Platform-specific preview, like how to look on each platform, that would be great. And sure, we can add the Chrome extension for faster posting in the future. I think that, ultimately, if from my app I'm able to just press the button and it'll actually post to all of those apps, then like that's hella ideal. Local only. Yeah. Seems like local would be easier. Yeah, fast iteration. Local would be easier right now because, to be honest, the FreeWrite app is only desktop anyways. So like, seems like local is the way to go. Oh, I just want to say one more thing. The cool thing is that when you go fast at first, like, remember how I was only giving about 60% of my attention or focus on just answering questions as fast as possible with a general, like, okay, the first thing that comes to mind? It's because, like, the more that you do that, it's going to be able to extrapolate, like, the points that matter, okay, to create these boundaries. And as these boundaries get created, then, like, it is just a part of the app iteration or app, like, it is just, how do I say this? As those boundaries get created, you have to make less and less executive decisions, which is so good. For example, remember earlier how like it was asking me about local versus cloud, and I'm like, dude, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. It came back once I gave it more context, and it's like, yo, these are the pros and cons of each one, and it's basically telling me like, there's no need for you to use cloud right now. Like local is gonna be local makes the most sense for what it is that you're doing, and then that's one less executive decision that I have to make or think about. Imagine if I sat there for 5 minutes thinking about like, well, what should I do? Like, I could do cloud, I could do, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't know. Go to the next question. You can say I don't know. Okay, reference example management. I think that we should have a UI for example management. Because once the app is created, I would love to like, yeah, like I wanted the leverage to be able to change the reference example management. So yeah, let's make it dynamic. Feature your. Okay, I'm just gonna send it. Great. So when I told it like, yo, we're building an MVP right now, it's like, okay, cool, we're building an MVP. Holy fucking shit. Oh, sorry, pardon my French. I'm almost out of my usage limits. I don't know if you remember me complaining about that. They just changed them and it sucks because I used Opus so much and now we have so little Opus. Probably me building this app today, I've just used so much Opus. Anyways, okay. So I'm just going to do this. Give this to Claude, copy that and give it to Claude Code. What do you think? Now, in full transparency, typically, like I would spend a little bit more time actually reading the output so that like I can keep or change or like make little updates. Because if you just do this, then it's just an inevitability. It's only a matter of time before you just get slop. You just get bullshit AI slop and slop code and spaghetti code. But this is kind of what you have to do to begin with in order to kind of like get oriented, right? What the fuck? Okay. It's telling me to do all this. And by the way, actually, I think I'm going to end the video and then start another one. Okay. So, yeah. In the next video, we're going to dive into actually like, okay, let's do this thing.